And maybe there should be a way that Lagos State government will begin to, deploy people to also work, or the officials to also work at evening period, because you find that it is not just in the morning and afternoon period that you have traffic. At night, traffic is killing. So maybe there's a clarion call on last mile officials to ensure that there's a way that they roster or deploy their workers to also work into the night. Anything is possible. Like they say, where there's a will, there is a way. Now, you should also know that the police traffic department is also there. What are we all doing? I think all hands must be on deck to work and ensure that traffic is controlled effectively in Lagos State. And before I move on now, I'd like to take this report, see what we went to do on the street, and hear the views of people, what they're saying. So it doesn't look like it is we here that we are affected by traffic, but the people out there, Lagos residents, listen to what they have to say in this report. Congestion is a situation in which demand for road space exceeds supply. Lagos as a state is bedeviled with traffic congestion, which has continued to get worse by the day. It is therefore an undeniable fact that movements from one point to another within different parts of the state are unreliable and unpredictable, and the effects of this traffic congestion are inconveniences in transportation, noise, air pollution, high cost of transportation fare, and the burning of fuel from stationary vehicles. Speaking with Super Eye, these Lagos residents say they are no longer comfortable with the traffic situation, which they attributed to the ongoing road construction in the state.
Very difficult to go to work. We get to our office very late because of the traffic. So we are not comfortable in Lagos.
One thing about this thing is this. You see, most of us are not disciplined. Number one thing, keeping to lane is a serious issue for an average Lagosian. Everybody wants to outsmart themselves. So indirectly, you are contributing to the negative situation of the traffic. Number two, due to most of this road construction, especially if you are unlucky or lucky to pass through Agege Motor Road, from there Oshodi along to Egbeda Axis, man, people enter home, they are 12, 11, whatever. So there's nothing we can do. We have to abide with that. Pending the time the road construction will be, the government will sort the contractors out on those houses. So those are the things. But one thing is this, we are losing good manner. You understand? You're supposed to be in office by 8, you are not there. 1 hour before you get yourself settled, before you get down to the real work, before you now go back, the stress is there. By the time you get home, you're already worn out. The fat is there. People are inhaling carbon monoxide, which is poisonous. So a lot of things. Those are the things.
Right. Traffic in Lagos State is not like yesterday. Everywhere was traffic jam. Everywhere. Most of the traffic is that the vehicle is too much in Lagos. We have so many vehicles in Lagos, so this flyover will help. I believe so.
The traffic situation in Lagos State, well, it's not really a good one. It's not even something that one can start discussing, because it affects everybody. Like yesterday I was coming back. I was actually going home yesterday. I had to trek from here to my place. I had to trek from this junction here down to Ogba because the road was jammed. For like 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes, you can't see any vehicle moving, nobody making moves and all that. So it's really jammed at a point. Even if you're in a vehicle or whatever, at a point you get tired of staying there, and then you have to start using your own leg. So yes, so it's not really the traffic situation in Lagos is not really good at all. It's not good, honestly. It's yeah.
It's very just because of this bridge that is going on.
Although now I'm not comfortable with it, but the traffic is better now. I beg Governor Ambode to help us to reduce the traffic situation in Lagos. Most especially Ikorodu Road, there used to be more traffic around there, but we beg Governor to help us do something about it.
Findings, however, showed that the causes of traffic congestion in Lagos State are loading and discharging of passengers, flooding, poor drainage system, vehicle breakdown, trading activities, lack of parking space, and lack of traffic light at some road intersection. These respondents speak on others and equally gave their advice.
It's much. Sometimes I do wonder, but I do in a little while to be soft because of the flyover.
It's very stressful, you know. I don't just like it. The government has to do something. They have to do something. They have to make something. They have to create more road. They have to expand more. They have to expand the road and make things easier for the citizens. They have a lot of work to do. It's a challenge to the state government, to the federal government also. This from here to Papa, before you get to your working place, it's very late, and the amount of money you are spending is too much, just because of the condition of the road.
Congestion is always there. If the government can still, do more, so that citizens now then we enjoy the traffic more than this.
And going forward towards reducing traffic in Lagos State, government might need to consider proper town planning and development of master plans for major urban cities, then provide mass transportation system that will help to reduce the number of private cars on the roads. I'm sure with our report, you already have an inkling to what we are talking about on the program today. You've heard these Lagos residents, and all they have said is all about complaints, what they go through. You can see somebody there was talking about the transportation fare. The transportation fare is high. Why? Because of what the drivers, the commercial bus drivers, also go through on the roads. So these are areas where we seek solutions. And so many people also talk about the causes and solutions to this traffic jam in Lagos State. And now part of what the first person talked about is indiscipline. We can't rule out the fact that even road users are also indisciplined. And we have to instill discipline in ourselves in the sense that there are so many pedestrian bridges, being constructed by the Lagos State government. But then Nigerians, many pedestrians will not use that bridge. You stop vehicles on the highway and you want to cross. Thereby, there have been accidents, record of accidents, and what have you. We should also know that at every point in time that a car stops for an individual to pass, it's going to cause another car to also stop. And like that, then what you get is traffic jam. So a discipline on the part of Lagos residents will also have to work on that. Then another reason, which many have also said that is the cause of the traffic in Lagos State, is the road construction. The road construction, yes, and we're just hopeful that by the time you're done with the road construction, maybe the traffic will be better. Areas where we have traffic congestion, that it is now a pain in the neck. You talk about Agege, especially Egbeda, the Ile-Zik from the along Ikeja along. You now even see that motorcyclists now are now making money because a whole lot of Lagos residents are tired of sitting for hours in their cars or in buses. So even if you have your private cars, you are afraid of the road, you're afraid of the stress. So the next thing you want to do is leave that car home and get a motorbike to take you to wherever you're going to. But you also have to look at the consequence of having to also board bikes, because the way they also drive on those roads, it calls for concern. So I'm going to open up the phone lines now. I want you to talk. Call me, let's talk, let's discuss this issue. Proper solutions, how we think the Lagos State government can begin to address this traffic situation, because we cannot sit down and cross our fingers and act as if this is not getting to us. It is getting to us, and it is about the time where there is a solution. Another issue we want to also look at is the security effects, security implication of traffic jam. you will agree with me that a whole lot of times you're going, there's a smash and grab in such a way that some criminal elements come and smash your windscreen and they take away your belongings. They cut away what is so precious to you. So, there are a whole lot that has to do with traffic jam that the appropriate authorities must really rise up to find a solution to this. And you find that even when you're in traffic, especially at night, you look to your left, you look to your right, you're not even seeing any security agents, say police, that can even help you out in case they smash your car and steal your belongings. All you can just do is shout, and at the end of the day, there's nobody to nab nab the criminal element or the criminal who has stolen your belongings. So I think we should also appeal to the Lagos State Police Command to also find a way to get their men on ground, even at night, on the road, for them to be able to protect lives and property. Of course, that's the reason why we have the police, our internal security. All right, another issue we also look at in this traffic congestion is the wear and tear of our cars. Beg your pardon, I will take a short break now, and when I return, this discussion continues. This is Oshodi, one of the areas in Lagos State.
View, it's okay and it's good.
But what are the consequences of this? Well, so glad to have you back. You're still watching Super Eye on Super Screen Television. Well, we're still talking about traffic congestion in Lagos State, and it's been worrisome how we have continually tried to manage the traffic situation in the country. And this is about time where Lagos residents must really air their views. We want to feel your pulse, and this is what makes this program very interesting, because it gives people at home, you viewers at home, the opportunity to call in and also make your contributions. So we were talking about the problems associated with traffic congestion in Lagos State. Now, I'm about telling you about the tear and wear of our cars. When the car stays too long in traffic, of course, the resultant effect is overheating because the car is being overworked. So you spend so much having to put your car on the road, and you're not getting any support from anybody other than it still comes from your hard-earned money. Another area is the health implication. The health implication, part of which was what the doctor that we started the program with. Okay, have a caller. Hello. Okay, that's Yusuf from Badagry. Good afternoon, Yusuf. Okay. Okay, thank you, Yusuf, for your contribution. Well, I'm finding it pretty difficult to get what Yusuf is saying there, but I think part of what he's saying is he's talking about why he's tired about the traffic situation and that solutions should be brought in. Okay, thank you very much, Yusuf, for your contribution there. I was talking to you about the health implication of being in traffic. Part of what the doctor we started the program with was talking about. When you stay in traffic too much, you begin to inhale smoke, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, from, of course, smoking. Some cars will just, bring out smokes, and instead of, breathing in, you begin to, you begin to inhale carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. And then air pollution is another problem that's talking about health issues. So these areas is also the Lagos resident, the road user who would have to, okay, I have a call. This is Moturayo. Moturayo from Fadeyi. Hello, Moturayo. Hello?
Hello.
Moturayo, you're welcome to Super I. Let's have your contribution.
My contribution is, if some people are making calls on hold up or on the highway, it distracts other people. And it causes hold up also.
Hello?
Like unnecessary distraction.
Moturayo, I can't get you well. Hello, Moturayo, are you still there? Okay, well, I can't really get what Moturayo is talking there. She's calling from Fadeyi, so I don't really get what she's saying there. But the phone lines are still open. You can call us. Let's have your contributions as regards how to solve or find a lasting solution to the traffic congestion in Lagos State. I talked about indiscipline, and another area where traffic is so bad is the Lasu Ojo area of Lagos State. In fact, okay, I have a call. Daramola from Bariga. Hello, Daramola.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Daramola. Welcome to Super I. Let's have your contributions. Impatience.
That is one. And the second one is about there are some major roads that they are still on construction now, and which even though this police traffic issues, instead of them to be, I don't like at times now, at this Lagos Island, at this Osborne Road, if there's much of this police and there are all these National people there, all these robbery attacks, all those ones, the different things happen at all. And at mainland, these are we should be expressway. What majorly cause all those traffic is all these constructing roads that they are just doing. But the only solution that they can help us in Lagos State to do is for all these Lagos police trafficking
Last one.
Their position at the major road. If they are there, it will be convenient for everyone, for them to control all these Lagosians people. Because most of we Lagosians, our problem is hurry. And even though if you are hurrying more than that, it's true. If you are hurrying more than that, you will still get to where you are going. Because I'm a Uber guy, I do Uber. So at times, for us to maneuver, all these Lagos maneuver shortcuts, before we get there at times, every place could have been blocked, tampered. But when we are trying to maneuver, at times, accident will occur. and that will be another, it will create another sin. So before you know everything.
All right, thank you very much, Daramola, though you didn't really say what you think the solution would be. Well, all I got there from Daramola is that part of the problems of traffic congestion in Lagos State is that an average Lagos resident is impatient. Everybody is always in a rush. We are always in a rush. We want to get there on time. We want to, and because of that, impatience will lead to traffic congestion. By hurrying, you find out that a car might hit another car. You dent my car, then there's an argument. Before you know it, it becomes an impediment for other cars to have a free flow of traffic. I'm very happy about Daramola who called. Why? Because he is a Uber pilot, because you don't call them driver any longer. He's an Uber pilot. And coming from somebody who is constantly on the road, I really appreciate that, because you know that he really knows what he is talking about. So as Lagos resident also, we have to, work on our impatience. We need to calm down for one another. You have to know that you can't climb on all cars on the way or on the road. So we need to be patient for us to have a free flow of traffic. Also, he also made mention about another cause is the road construction. The road construction, the many projects embarked upon by the Lagos State government. We know, we are aware that it is for the good of everybody. But at this moment, it's really causing a serious traffic jam. And it's telling on the health of Lagos residents. So we want to also look at the fact that Lagos as a mega city, at this age in time, should we be talking about our inability to manage traffic? It's unfortunate that we don't have a representative of the Lagos State government for them to sit right here and tell us what they are doing or what their work is to, give the citizens of Lagos State a good life. Because when you are in traffic jam, you don't enjoy your life. You're stressed out. You're stressed out. And I want to shock you. I'm not even going to shock you, because it's something you also know. That stress kills. Stress kills. There are times even me, when I get to my workplace, I have to rest for like 30 minutes, because of the stress on the road. Because you just can't kill yourself. You have to relax. And I'm sure this is what some people also go through. So how is the Lagos State government, trying to meet up the vision of Lagos as a mega city? Because if we are talking about a mega city, at this point in time, we should have been able to deduce a better way to manage traffic in such a way that everywhere is not congested. I'm also thinking maybe the right solution would be for us to visit what used to be in the past, where we use the even and the odd numbers of vehicles. Maybe there should be a day set for cars with even numbers to come out, and also cars with odd numbers. Maybe this will reduce the number of cars on the roads. And another thing is, the Lagos State government should also provide enough mass transit buses, such that, and for it to be comfortable. Because I even find out that the bus rapid transit, BRT in Lagos State, you find out that there are some plying the Ikorodu Road to Ikoyi and what have you. They are factory fitted, they have ACEs. But the ones flying Egbeda, like going through Yanokbaja, Songo, and what have you, there are no air conditioning in those buses. So why are we having this kind of treatment? Why should some group of people or some people living in a particular area be treated better than those living in some areas? We are all Lagos residents. So I think these dividends of democracy should be felt by all. And I think the Lagos State government must also rise up and do something about this. It is not enough to be the government of the elite. What happens to those that are also staying maybe you want to call it outskirt, whatever you want to call it, but what I'm saying is that whatever treatment that some people are getting, others should also get it, because it is the Lagos of our dreams. It's the Lagos for everybody. And if it's for everybody, then it should be equal rights. So the Lagos State government should just rise up to that. I don't know. It's possible the Lagos State government is not even aware that some of those buses lack air conditioning. But that's the truth. Air conditioners, they lack it. And you also find out that because the buses are not enough, you see some people boarding, and they are still standing. So I think all of these also, contradicts the vision of the Lagos of our dreams, or say Lagos as a mega city, because mega city felt around Ikorodu Road, Ikoyi, VI, and what have you. But on another part, it is not the same story. It should be the same story all over. If somebody in Ikoyi is saying, I'm enjoying this, or in VI, then if I'm saying in Agbado, take for instance, or Agege, I should be saying the same story. And that way, we will give all the kudos to the Lagos State government that indeed its dividends of democracy is even. So I think we should also do away with this standing in this BRT bus, because for me, it doesn't speak well about the government that says the state is a mega city. Let's not drift away from the topic of discussion. It's still how to control. Okay, I have a caller. Monday calling from, okay, I don't really get that. Okay, hello, Monday. Hello, Monday. Monday, are you there? Okay, I think we lost that call. So the phone lines are still open for us to make our contributions on how we can have a better traffic in Lagos State, because really, as at the time I was coming today, like 12, the whole of that along Ikeja along is blocked already, and funny enough, unfortunately, I can't even see any traffic agents there. Like, they see any last mile official. In most cases, you see them, they are always conspicuous on a Monday to Friday. On Saturdays, what happened? If we see them in the morning, why can't we see them at night? Why can't we see them at night? These are questions begging for answers from the appropriate quarters. The Lagos State Police Traffic Department must also rise up to this to bring the people on board to control traffic, because I feel it is a shame for a state that will say it is a mega city, and at this point in time, we cannot manage traffic, because anywhere you go, okay, Daramola is calling again from Bariga. Hello, Daramola. Okay. Yes.
All these, people that are living in Kurudu, they know the value of what Lagos State government gives to them. Because at times, all of them, they know hours they spend before they move down from Thailand to Kurudu. But all these radical guys that are on mainland, they won't allow all those things, especially on the social divorce. But I have seen Lagos State government for constructing this BRT lane at the
So it will be right for me to say that, hello, Daramola, it will be right for me to say that you're optimistic that by the time the Lagos State government is done with this project, we'll have free flow of traffic on the mainland? Okay. All right, thank you very much, Daramola. Thanks for your contributions. All right, you've heard from a caller there, Daramola, and he has said that he's optimistic that by the time the Lagos State government is done with the extension of the road lanes, most likely we will be having a free flow of traffic, and the Lagos residents will be able to heave a sigh of relief at least. Maybe that way there will be orderliness on our roads. And I think another thing you talked about that really caught my attention is the unruly behavior of BRT buses, drivers basically. It's saying that the way they drive sometimes is worrisome. And I believe that the appropriate quarters are listening to us at this moment. So we would appeal that you talk to the BRT drivers, the red buses. Let them not think because they have governments backing, and then they think it is an avenue or an opportunity for them to just drive unruly. It shouldn't be. There are traffic laws, and it must be, adhered to by every road user, be it government, drivers, or private or commercial. We all must obey traffic rules and regulations, and the end result is just for us to have free flow of traffic. It is very important because we have to know that we need to help ourselves. We have to be ourselves or brothers keepers. Don't always think that it is about you yourself. Let's not be selfish. Let's be good on the road. Apply all that you need to apply for us to have free flow of traffic. So basically, the construction is what many are attributing to being the cause of the traffic in Lagos State. And we'll beckon on the Lagos State government to work with speed, because I've also visited areas like Ojo-Lasu Road. Now, Ojo-Lasu Road traffic is another pain in the neck. I tell you, the Ojo-Lasu Road, in fact, at the moment, a whole lot of people now, what they do with is motorcycles. They use what is known in local parlance as Okada. And I'm telling you that Okadas there charge as much as 1,000 naira for a passenger, and they will take two. You can see that yourself. You can see that on the screen. We went down there, and I'm like, oh my God, Lagos residents, we need to really, I need to really drop my car up for Lagos residents. The stress we go through, I don't think there can ever be any state in this country, in the 36 states of the Federation, that undergo the kind of stress that Lagos residents go through. And for the Lagos State government, you just have to know that you have a big job on your hands, because this is 2019 now. We'll see them again. I've heard that the Lagos State governor is also recontesting in 2019. Are you going to recontest, and traffic situation is still going to be like this? And Lagos residents will rise up and vote for you again. Whoever will be coming on board ahead of 2019 or in 2019 as the governor of Lagos State, under whichever, for instance, you're coming from the island, say for instance from Eko Hotel to a mainland, I bet you just have to be thinking of planning like 3 or 4 hours. Because I also experienced the same thing last week. I was almost late for my program last week. I couldn't just believe it. The way those tankers are lined on that, how can there be a solution? They usually park on Apapa Road. He has also talked about the Apapa traffic too. That's another one that is really killing. it really calls for concern, really. And the Lagos State government must rise up and do something about this. We cannot just cross our hands any longer. We just can't. We need to speak. And we demand that there must be solutions. There must be solutions. How can we be in a state and it looks as if there are no laws? Why are some people bigger than the laws? Why should they have all of those, lorries or whatever you call it, all parked on the road? Are they not thinking of all the people? So this is what we're talking about. And he has also begged on the Lagos State government. I have another caller. Daramola again. Hello? Daramola? Now this is going to be the last. I will be taking from you. Okay. No doubt about that.
I spent 4 hours. That rider was complaining he has to come down and take a bike.
Yes.
Please maybe Lagos State can help us to talk to them. Maybe they can shift the walking to the midnight where people are no longer on the road again. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Daramola. But I have to say that we must pardon Daramola because I think he's calling for the 3rd time on the program. And that is for you to know how he feels pained by the traffic congestion in the state. I can understand. He said he was driving a particular passenger all the way to Egbeda or something, and he spent 4 hours. Can you beat that? 4 hours on the road. I was in the same situation like last week too. I was supposed to jump out of the Uber to take a bike. So we can now see how all of these is also going to affect commerce. Now, I wouldn't know the reason why construction work are being done at daylight. What used to be or obtain, even in developed nations or developing nations, basically, is that they work at night when workers have gone home, when everybody is resting at home. So why is government doing this to the citizens? It calls to concern, really. Why is government doing this to the citizens? Okay, I have Wasiu from Shomolu. Hello, Wasiu. Good afternoon, Wasiu. Welcome to Super Eye. Let's have your contributions. Sorry, you said from Liberty to where? Okay, to Tinka.
Sometimes you may not get up to the 10, you are 20
Right, thank you. Thank you very much, Wasiu. All right, that is Wasiu. You've heard what Wasiu is also talking about. And he has also provided his own solution. He said from Liverpool to Tanker Island that the traffic there is also killing. And they talked about the fact that there is a bridge that has been constructed. They are done with the construction and it's still just closed. He's appealing to the Lagos State government for them to, declare it open and let the bridge be used. And I think he also suggested that extension bridges should be constructed. The appropriate quarters, you are listening to us, you're watching us. All we can do is to appeal to your conscience to do that which will make life easy for residents of Lagos State. Don't forget, residents of Lagos State, we pay tax. And if we're paying taxes, we also need to enjoy and see the reward of the taxes that we've been paid, or we were paying rather. So if you pay for something, you should enjoy a better life. So we can't continue to boast a mega city, Lagos State, mega city on what? Mega city on traffic congestion, mega city on, lack of orderliness. So let's just find a lasting solution to this. I was talking earlier about the need for the Lagos State government to take construction work, because that is also one area that people feel is also contributing to the traffic congestion in the state. So we are appealing, there should be a way the construction workers can take their construction work to the midnight. Let roads be constructed when workers have gone home, and not, why should it be at daylight? Could it be that the government is trying to score some cheap political points for people to see that, yes, they're working? It's not about your working. If you're working, we will see it. Even at daylight, when we are passing, we will nod our head. Oh, yes, the governor is working. It's not until when you're not doing it and it is causing, it's a burden on us. I think that's not fair. It's not fair on Lagos residents, and we're appealing on Super I that the Lagos State government should try to call the construction workers together, have a meeting with them and talk to them. It shouldn't be at daylight. Maybe that's the instruction given to them. And of course, they say he who pays the piper dictates the tune. So if the Lagos State government is actually paying for this construction work, and the taxpayers' money is involved, then we demand, with due respect, that the construction work in Lagos State should be taken into the night. Julius Berger once constructed roads in Nigeria. There's a way to do it. Let's find out how this construction work is being done or in developed world. That way, maybe it can reduce traffic a bit. So I'm still expecting people to call. Let's feel your pulse, make your points, because I believe the appropriate quarters are watching and they are listening. Of course, time is not on our side, but I still have like 10 minutes to take calls so that we'll be able to put this straight right into the face of the Lagos State government. Something must be done. Well, I have suggested on the program that maybe it is high time that we go back to the old days, how we used to ply the road users with even numbers and odd numbers. Maybe there should be a way that can be rostered today for even numbers of cars to ply the road, another day for the odd number of vehicles to ply the road. Another problem is the transportation fare is killing. I don't know, even the NURTW workers, what are they doing? I mean, in this state, it looks as if there's no control. There are no regulations, basically. You just get to a particular bus stop, a transportation that's meant to be, say, 200, they just tell you it's 300 or 400. And I know what I'm talking about. This is particular about Agege access, and we have done our finance, so I know what I'm talking about. The same thing on the Jokbemu, on the bridge, and what have you. You know, these bus drivers just think you're picking money on the floor or something. The Lagos State government should rise up, because how much are workers being paid? How much are they being paid? Why should they use all of what they earn on transportation? There should be regulations. I mean, and this is the time we need to talk. We have to talk, and we have to let you know that which is wrong, that we feel needs correction. So this must be corrected. If there's a way, government will be meeting with the NURTW officials. It is your state, Governor Akinwumi Ambode.